Hello and welcome back to another episode of PokeArchives. In this episode we're looking at Beedrill, the evolution of Kakuna. This should be a very interesting episode, so keep tuned. So, Beedrill is number 15 in the Kanto and National Pokedexes and number 29 in the Johto Pokedex. It is the Poison Bee Pokemon and is a bug poison type. Its abilities are Swarm and Sniper. Swarm in battle, it raises the power of a bug type move by 1.5 times if it has less than a third of its maximal health points remaining. So it's like the bug type equivalent of Torrent or such for the starter Pokemon. Outside of battle, from Pokemon Emerald onwards, the chance of encountering a wild Pokemon increases if this Pokemon leads the party. In Pokemon Emerald, this also increases the rate of the cries of wild Pokemon that can be heard on the field. Its other ability, Sniper, makes critical hits do 3 times damage instead of 2 times in battle, which is very useful for doing high damage. Beedrill can only be obtained in a few games, namely Gold, Silver and Crystal, where it can be found on Route 2 and the Bug Catching Contest, also by headbutting trees, and in Black and Black 2. In Black it can be found on Route 12 in the Rustling Grass, and in Black 2 it can be found in the Hidden Grotto in Pinwheel Forest. The stats that Beedrill excels in are attack and special defense because, well, it's a very attacking Pokemon. It gives it a total of 385 overall, and the same as Beautifly, Butterfree, Dustox, which are all bug Pokemon. Defeating a Beedrill yields 2 attack EVs and 1 special defense EV, and breeding wise it's in the bug group, taking a minimum of 2,805 steps to hatch an egg. Being the same type as its pre-evolution Kakuna, it is weak to Flying, Rock, Fire and Psychic types, and resistant against Fighting, Poison, Bug and Grass types. Unlike its pre-evolutions, Beedrill actually wields some moves. These range from Fury Attack, when it first evolves, up to Poison Jab and finally Endeavour at level 40. The full list can be seen on screen now. Likewise, Beedrill can actually learn some moves via TM and HM now. These range from Toxic and Hidden Power, to even Hyper Beam and stuff like Giga Impact, which is quite strange as Beedrill is usually considered a weak Pokemon. It can also learn Cut and Rock Smash. However, Beedrill cannot learn any moves via breeding as, well, its pre-evolutions are very weak, so it'd be strange having a move on there. However, Beedrill can learn quite a few moves via tutoring. These include Bug Bite, Electro Web, and going up to Roost and Tailwind. Now, moving on to the competitive battling section, we can see that Beedrill can be used in competitive battling, but it's not that great really. It's in the never used category, and a few tricks it has up its sleeve. It has Toxic Spikes, and has some great other utility moves like U-Turn and Roost. However, well, its typing isn't that great really. Looking at the setup here, we have Toxic Spike setup, item a Focus Sash, ability being Swarm, and nature preferably Jolly. Moveset U-Turn, Toxic Spikes, Knock Off, and Pursuit or X-Scissor. EVs you want to put 252 in attack, 4 in defense, and 252 in speed. Now in this setup, if you get a fast Beedrill, that means you can set up at least 1 layer of Toxic Spikes, if not 2, and then U-Turn allows you to get a stab move in there and then retreat to your party and save it for later. Knock Off was also there to knock out Eviolite users, and then Pursuit or X-Scissor is really your decision. X-Scissor is again another stab move, or Pursuit can be used to take out Psychic types. Beedrill is at the top of its evolution chain and evolves, Caterpie. Weedle evolves to Kakuna at level 7, and then Kakuna will evolve into Beedrill at level 10. Looking at some trivia, Beedrill's English name was originally going to be spelled Beedrill with 1 L, not 2, which is quite interesting. And its effort value yield of 2 attack points and 1 special defense point is unique to it. There's no other Pokemon that give you that. It can also be seen as a parallel to Butterfree, as I mentioned in Butterfree's episode, as they both rolled into their respective evolutionary stage at the same level, and were also common and uncommon in certain games, Red and Blue for example. In the anime, Ash once owned a Beedrill in the bug catching contest, but he gave it to Casey because she's a big fan of yellow and black Pokemon, as you will know. And this is the only Pokemon Ash has ever freely given away to someone. And so concludes this episode of PokeArchives. In the next episode we will be looking at the Pokemon that comes after Beedrill, which I believe is Pidgey, so that should be fun to look at. Leave a like, comment, and of course don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching guys, I will see you next time.